Hello, everyone. This is Jay Dobbins of the Marvel DC Multiverse, and I'm going to be doing a reaction video for James Gunn's DC Slate announcement, of course. So get ready.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter.
Okay.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different in DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
Okay.
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis.
What?
Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
Damn, we gotta wait 2
years? The next
years?
thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan.
All right.
And we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective, with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DC. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth, raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl is his story. She is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Okay, Regina, if you're watching this, you're going to see these movies. That's happening. No exceptions. So, alright, so obviously this is chapter 1. This is not the entire This is not the entire DCU slate, but it's part of it. So, chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Alright, well, so obviously, Creature Commandos, that's Weasel, obviously. And then you got these other cats who I'm not familiar with, what I will be though. So yeah, it looks interesting. They're kind of doing animated, DC shows, just like Marvel's What If, which is an animated Marvel show. So they're doing that. So obviously they're copying a little bit of that Marvel formula. So they're trying to connect everything to the DCU. And obviously the rumors are very true on this one here. Waller. So they're going to keep Viola Davis. So I shouldn't be surprised. But then again, they didn't recast Daredevil or Kingpin for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, they're keeping, Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox. So those two. There's rumors going on that they're going to keep. They're going to bring back Kristen Ritter for Jessica Jones, and possibly Finn Jones for Iron Fist. But Mike Coulter confirmed he was out for Luke Cage, so got the recast on that one. So they're keeping some characters, that were in the Netflix, universe into into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, but obviously, I figured they're going to keep Waller, so. No surprise there. But trying to think, I might use that Flash movie to reset. Do a reset. But obviously the movie should have came out in December instead of Aquaman coming out in December. Because it's weird that movie comes out, that Flash comes out first. Well, Shazam comes out first, then Flash, then Blue Beetle, then Aquaman. So I'm thinking like, okay. Those are the last 4 DCEU films. So they should have used the Flash movie last. They should put that movie out in December. Then, you have a reset. The reset will make more sense, So obviously they're going to keep Viola Davis. They might keep John Cena as Peacemaker. Not sure if they're going to keep Harley Quinn, keep Margaret Robbie for Harley Quinn. I'm not sure about that. But, so yeah, obviously they're going to keep Viola Davis. So it turns out the rumors are true on that one. So let's see, who else? Superman Legacy. So obviously they booted Henry Cavill for a younger audience. Not a younger audience, sorry. They want a younger cast, obviously. And they can't afford to pay the original cast, because DC And Warner Bros. Discovery, they don't have any money at this time, so they don't have enough money to pay these cats. Like Gail Godot and Jane Wayne Johnson, so they booted them out. So obviously, you're gonna have a new Superman. So Henry Cavill, they could have picked Henry Cavill and then recast someone else's Batman. Like Scott Adkins. He would have been a good, but he would have been a good choice. But it is what it is. So I'm a little excited about Superman Legacy, but you know, I'm slightly excited about it. But I'll probably be more excited when I see the trailer. If the trailer's good, then I'll probably be hyped. So if the trailer hypes me up, then I'll be good. So yeah, I'm slightly looking forward to that one. Even though it's not Henry Cavill. Focusing on the younger Superman. Like Superman in his early years. But then again, we had Smallville for that. So I don't know why James Gunn wanted to go down this route. So it's whatever. All right. Now the Lanterns. This is long overdue. So obviously they're going to focus on not just John Stewart, but they're going to focus on also Hal Jordan. So two of them in one show, perfect. And then the other Green Lanterns, you can actually, get I think it's Kyle Rayner. I think, he'll come in later. So yeah, obviously, yeah, there's other lanterns that will come in later on. But yeah, you're definitely gonna get a John Stewart Green Lantern. So I don't know. Obviously, this is not the symbol for Green Lantern. It looks like a Sinestro corpse, probably the Yellow Lantern corpse, but I'm not sure. But hopefully, John Stewart will be the Green Lantern along with Hal Jordan. So looks interesting, and it's like I said, it's all connected to DCU. So it's gonna be a TV show. So I'm definitely gonna get HBO Max for some of these shows. So well, I might either get it myself or use my sister's account if she has one. So that'll be perfect. All right. Let's see. So that's something to look forward to. The Green Lantern Corps. That way, you're not just introducing the Green Lantern, but also the Yellow Lantern and other, like the Red Lantern, the Black Lantern, the Orange Lantern, Star Sapphire Corps, Starfire Corps or whatever, and the Blue Lantern Corps, the White Lantern Corps. So yeah, all that. I mean, that show can last seasons, like maybe 5, 6 seasons probably, maybe more, if they do it right. So that's a perfect opportunity to get all the other lanterns from different corporations or whatever. I mean, other lanterns from other groups into this, because Zack Snyder wouldn't have done this. He would have been focused on just Green Lantern only. So obviously, but his vision didn't work anyway. Obviously, would have made $1 billion. All right. So the Authority. The Authority is pretty much. I'm thinking like the Eternals. You got the Authority. So obviously, the Authority is the DC counterpart of the Eternals, pretty much. So obviously, they're going to play a huge role into the DCU movies. So that's good. So I'm definitely going to do some research on that. That could be one of my little Comics Explain projects. So yeah. I think that's gonna be I think that's gonna be a movie. So yeah. So like I said, these movies might make money. I'm not sure about the Superman, but the Batman Brave and the Bold, shoot. Yes, let's get to that. All right. So yeah, the Paradise Lost. So obviously it's going to be. I'm guessing they're going to do a recast Wonder Woman. Because like I said, he wants to focus on a younger cast that can keep up the role for years to come. So, which is why Gunn didn't want Dave Bautista as Bane, because because Bautista, I think Dave Bautista I think is in his 50s, I think. So That's why. So obviously, anybody in their 40s or late 30s, he doesn't want to bring in. So yeah, recast. Except for Waller and John Cena, but well, except for Waller. Right now, she's the only one they're keeping right now. So let's see. Now this one. Now this is something that I'm really excited about because in the DCEU, Snyder, Snyder, he killed off Robin. You know, actually, he didn't kill him off in the movie, but it was never confirmed that it was Dick Grayson's Robin. But in it, however, when Zack Snyder was interviewed by a reporter, he or she asked who whose suit was that on display, and he confirmed that it was Dick Grayson's Robin. Which I don't know why the heck he would do that because of that idiotic move. That cost us a Nightwing in the DCEU. So then Warner Brothers and DC retconned what Zack Snyder confirmed and announced that they were going to do a Nightwing movie for DCEU. So, but yeah, Snyder pretty much ruined that part. However, with James Gunn, I mean, at least we're going to get the Bat family. So that's gonna it's going to be a slow process for that, because right now, obviously, Nightwing is going to be in the film, obviously, because you got Nightwing, um, you got Tim Drake as the Red Robin, so obviously they're going to be in there at some point, and I'm guessing Batgirl too. They might do like cameos or whatever, but obviously, then of course, you're going to have the Huntress, you're going to have, Batwoman, you're going to have Batwing, which I believe is Lucius Fox's son. So you got them, and of course Catwoman. So, and let's not forget Jason Todd's Red Hood. I think he's going to come in at some point. So, yeah, you're going to have that Bat family that we were looking forward to for a long time because Snyder wasn't going to give us this. So now this is something that's going to be, worth being excited over and hyped about. Now, this movie might make, if they do it right, this movie can make a billion right here. This movie right here. Superman Legacy, it might make a billion if they do it right. But, so yeah, definitely this one. Because he's trying to bring the Bat family in there. All right, so let's see. Booster Gold. I'll check that out. I'm not excited about that as much. But question is, what is the suit gonna look like? Because I don't think it's gonna look like this. So we'll see. Now, Supergirl. So obviously they're not going to use Sasha Calle's Supergirl. They're going to use the Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. So that's good. So we don't know who's going to play her, but I'm excited about that one. Now the Supergirl movie, I'm excited about. So I'm kind of curious what her suit's going to look like. So, and then Swamp Thing. Now this is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. And they could have did this for the DCEU, Because so far they introduced a lot of characters in the DCEU, like the Justice Society, the Shazam family, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Green Lantern Corps, some of them. Not the main ones, but who else? Of course, you got Justice League, the Flash, Aquaman. So, and of course, the Suicide Squad. So different characters for different movies. So then there was a lot of DC superheroes and villains that were introduced so far, but you know they didn't keep the ball rolling. They were kind of all over the place, didn't know what to do, didn't know they couldn't figure out the formula, and then they had their vision. Then Dwayne Johnson had his vision. Zack Snyder had his vision, so there was no common ground, obviously. So, but I was looking forward to Swamp Thing, and now we're gonna see Swamp Thing in the CGI. I've been waiting for that because I'm really want to see Swamp Thing in CGI because he gonna look cold blooded. So, and it's supposed to be a horror film, so obviously it might be rated R, it might be PG-13. I don't really know. So we'll see. But yeah, Swamp Thing. Whoo, man, I got the comics too. Well, some of them, but not all of them. But yeah, I've been waiting for this for a long time to see Swamp Thing on the big screen and in CGI. I'm sick and tired of looking at the TV versions with all the prosthetic makeup and stuff and the suits and crap. But we're gonna see CGI Swamp Thing, yes. So I'm guessing this will, build up to Justice League Dark, with Constantine, Deadman, and Zatanna, along with Swamp Thing. So, and maybe Batman in there too. So, all right. So, yeah, I think that's it. I mean, right now, I have to admit, James Gunn, he kind of sold me on this, because now I'm not as pissed off at him as I was when he fired Henry Cavill and got rid of Ben Affleck, and then of course Dwayne Johnson. I'm hearing rumors that he wanted to rock bottom. That Dwayne Johnson wanted to rock bottom James Gunn due to people's elbow. But I'm glad he didn't do that. You don't want to throw his whole career away over that. But I just wish that I do wish that James Gunn had kept the original cast. They could have used the Flash movie to reset the DCU, so to kind of undo what Snyder did. Bring back Jonathan Kent, bring back Jimmy Olsen and Dick Grayson because Zack Snyder killed those characters off. So that Flash reset would have helped. Bring those characters back, but keep the cast, but have a new story, but keep the cast though. That would have, it still would have worked, but obviously, Gunn had a different vision, so I'm gonna trust him on this. I just really hope that he succeeds, because if not, yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery and DC is gonna be owned by Paramount, so or Comcast. But wait a minute, Viacom owns Paramount, so yeah. But yeah, owned by Viacom or whatever. So I'm not gonna, I hope he succeeds. But we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm kind of sold. I'm definitely sold on Batman, Swamp Thing, and Supergirl, and the Authority. So, but yeah, this is a start. I was really hoping he would map out the 10-year plan like Kevin Feige did with his Marvel Studios. But obviously, he's just doing parts of it, like just with this one chapter. Gods and Monsters. So obviously, I guess it's a smart move, because he doesn't know how much money these movies are gonna make. But like I said, all I gotta do is do his thing, and if he receives backlash, just take it. Don't don't insult the fan base, because he needs these fans. He needs to win them over if he wants to keep that job. As co-CEO. So I believe in him. I think he'll pull it off. I could get used to the new slate. I just wish that the DCU gotten a proper send off, but and I do kind of wish that Henry Cavill had signed a contract, to to remain Superman, and he probably would have stayed. But a handshake, a binding handshake. I mean, come on. But yeah, they should have they should have signed a contract. So Gunn would probably would have kept the original cast that way. But I mean, obviously he's going to keep Viola Davis. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm sold. So I'm sold for now. But we'll see how well these movies do. But we got to wait 2 years, man. That's crazy. All right, well, that's it. Until next time. Hope you enjoyed that announcement from James Gunn. So please hit the subscribe button and notifications bell below so you receive notifications of upcoming videos like this and others as well. Until next time.